That's right, kids. It is that time of year again where Disney gives us a movie that is supposedly the culmination of everything they've shown us before for the last... Well, last year it was the culmination of 10 years. Mm-hmm. Now it's the culmination of 11 years. Mm-hmm. It's Avengers Endgame. You know what I'm talking about. When's it coming out, Evan?
What's Avengers Endgame? Avengers Endgame comes out on Thursday, April 25th, which is somewhat confusing because all the posters say 26th, but you can go see it like 6 p.m. on the 25th.
Only at night.
Yeah.
Point is, we're 1 week away from this grand event. One might say
we're in the endgame now.
And over the next week, as we get closer to release, people are going to be seeing the movie. There's going to be the world premiere. I think that's coming out on Tuesday. Apparently already footage leaked online, which we did not watch and we did not read spoilers of, but apparently there's spoilers in that section too. And so this is pretty much our last chance before the movie's actually coming out and people are seeing it for us to make our bold predictions of what we believe might happen in Avengers Endgame, the 3-hour runtime. You know, what's going to happen with all these characters, our beloved ones? Evan and I are big fans of the franchise, right. And we've been watching the trailers, we've been rewatching the old movies, and we think we've put some clues together for what could happen. So, fair warning, if we get any of this stuff right, spoiler alert. But again, it's all just conjecture.
Yeah, no, this is going to be pretty cool when people tune back in after having seen the movie just to see how accurate that is.
Yeah, did we get it right? Did Ant-Man really do that? Did Spider-Man really do this?
What about Hawkeye?
Yeah.
So, okay.
You mean Ronan?
Let's get down to business.
It's not. What is his name when he's like in the Japan or whatever?
I don't know what Hawkeye's new special name is.
Prediction number 1, right off the bat, they said that this is going to be a darker entry in the franchise. I don't know how you get much darker than Avengers Infinity War, where half of the universe dies, but, well, it must be. So here's my prediction. During the snap, some people didn't actually die and turn into dust the way they were supposed to. There were some complications due to, I don't know, genetics, medical differences, anomalies, environmental situations, depending on where they were when it happened. And we believe, based on leaked photos, that one of those people that was part of a complication is Ned, Spider-Man's friend.
We believe that instead of getting snapped, Ned contracted a rare form of terminal cancer. Check out these chemo photos from on set.
Number 2 is a simple one. Korg eats ass.
Yeah. We're really excited for our third prediction because it involves Captain America, who not only is one of our favorite characters, but we've heard good word that he'll be in this next movie a lot more than he was in the last one. We're pretty sure that in this film, Captain America is going to have to deal with the weight of those 80, 90 years that he was lost from society, in the form of the IRS coming after him for those 80 years of taxes he failed to file. It seems quite likely that by the third act, Judge Dredd will be after his ass to get those thousands, maybe even millions of dollars that he has to pay the government.
You betray the law!
This next prediction is a guarantee. I know this is going to happen. You're going to all sit down in the theater and see the Rocket Man trailer before Avengers, because I cannot go to the movie theater without seeing... Reggie! Look, I've looked through 14 million different possible futures. They all include...
You gotta kill the person you were born to be in order to become the person you want to be.
At some point during Avengers, because it's so damn long, I'm sure my mom's going to text me that she finally saw Green Book and that she loved it. But some of the harsh language was a bit much for her.
Except he called it Titsburg. But he said all the women there had huge tits.
Here's a classic one. Evan's almost definitely going to piss his pants during Avengers Endgame because inevitably he'll get the extra large horchata from Chipotle that I will warn him against doing because the movie's 3 hours, but you know Evan. Pee pants.
I'm guessing at some point Ant-Man's going to say, "Can you buzz me in?"
No f***ing way that happens.
Can you buzz me in?
Here's what we can say with certainty. Even though the movie's 3 hours, there will not be a single moment where Thanos says something even half as hard as this.
Find him. Or I'll peel the flesh off her bones.
This next prediction of ours is based on a leak photo.
Here's one. I bet Stan Lee's cameo is going to be pretty dull and lifeless.
Just kidding. We'll probably cry and be pretty emotional whenever they do it.
We make jokes to cope when we lose our heroes. Any other predictions, Evan? Those are the ones that we wrote down before this video, but...
Captain Marvel will probably display her previously established kind of sassy attitude, but then the other Avengers might sort of jaw with that, and her confidence will be tested by the challenges in this film.
Just like that one clip that was already released online where she's really pompous and thinks that she's going to take down Thanos easily, but it's very obvious that she's not going to, and that's her character flaw.
Although it's an intentional decision.
Yeah, people seem to be confusing that with Disney implying that Brie Larson's character is impunable, which is just so not the point. She's a legitimately flawed person.
Is impunable a word?
Predictions over. That was a joke video. Obviously, it's not fun. I mean, it's fun. I guess I watched some of those videos where they're like, "Oh, let's enhance this trailer." But in general, it's not fun to be spoiled. And if you see a movie and then something happens that you had already heard online or thought beforehand, I don't know, that it kind of takes the fun out of it. So that's why we thought we'd make a couple of jokes. But I suppose we can say some like pie in the sky wishes of like fan fulfillment things that we want to see. I had a prediction, not a prediction, but I had an idea like years ago that I told Evan. I was like, wouldn't it be really cool if all these villains from the MCU, you have like Jeff Bridges' character and the Red Skull. The Red Skull did actually already come back, but you have Jeff Bridges' character from Iron Man 1 and the Red Skull and Mickey Rourke from Iron Man 2 and obviously Loki and Thor 2 has those weird goblin things and what are the Robert Redford in Winter Soldier and whatever. All these bad, I guess he doesn't have superpowers, but all these bad guys, if somehow they were to come together and it was like all of the good Avengers versus all of the bad guys from all these individual movies, would be cool because it's like, oh man, instead of Iron Man fighting the Iron Man villain, it's actually Captain America going against this Iron Man villain and the Hulk going up against this Thor villain and whatever. So that would be pretty sweet if somehow Thanos uses the stones to like bring back some unexpected cameos of bad guys. I don't think it's likely though.
I'm just really hoping that Chris O'Dowd shows up again in this one.
Kat Dennings?
No. I mean, if she did, I'd be okay with that. Some people really don't like her.
She's a horrible character. One of the worst.
I'd be fine.
One of the worst written
I'm not
characters.
a hater. It's funny. I'm not like, I don't care that much about spoilers. To just say that like if someone spoils something for me, I won't necessarily be mad at them. But at the same time, I've like not watched like most of the clips in this stuff, so I'm like a weird hypocrite in that way. I don't know what I feel, but I'm excited for the movie for sure.
Hell yeah. Don't leave your predictions below if they're legitimate. You could leave some joke ones. Honestly, stay away from the comments. We're not going to look at comments, and we're going to turn notifications off because whatever.
We don't want to be spoiled.
If you want to write a joke or something, we'll look at it next week after we actually saw the movie. Bye.